Yarn Friends! Today we're going to be cutting some circles out of some papers. We're going to learn how to use our scissors. So today you can see there's one small hole and one hole that's a little bit bigger. The small hole is for your thumb and the bigger hole is for your fingers. So I'm going to put my thumb in this one, my fingers in this one. And for me, not all of my fingers fit in here. You can see my pinky finger is hanging out, but that's okay because I can still open and shut like this. Okay, my thumb always goes on top when I'm cutting. My thumb is on top. Now I'm going to grab my square. We're going to start with a square and we're going to cut circles today. So you can see I have one hand that's for cutting and one hand that's holding the paper, and it's going to turn the paper for me so this hand can just focus on cutting. Okay, so there's two ways to cut a circle. I'm going to start on this side and I'm just going to curve off that corner. And you can see to curve, it's not my scissors that are moving, it's this hand that's curving the paper. So now I just cut off one corner and now I have a curved side. Now I'm going to do that to the next corner. You can see I'm turning this hand to turn my paper. Curve off a corner. I have two more left. Curve off that corner. And curve off that corner. Now I have a circle, and all I did was just curve off a few corners. All right, now there's another way to cut a circle. For some people, curving those corners is a little tricky. So I'm going to show you another way. Instead of curving, you can go and cut a straight line. Do you see this? I'm going to cut that corner off with a straight line. So I still have a straight side right here, but I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Now I'm going to go do the same thing on the other corners. I'm just cutting it with straight lines, my friends. Okay, so I've just cut off all my corners. Now it kind of looks like a stop sign, huh? Now I have all these little baby corners. They're little tiny. I'm going to cut off just those little tiny corners. Look at, can you even see? Look at how much I'm cutting off. Boop. Such a small little corner I'm cutting off. Boop. 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 And now I have a circle, my friends. And all I did to do that was just cut straight lines. Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to cut my big corners first. Big corner. Big corner. And I'm just doing straight lines. Look at this. Straight line. Big corner. Big corner. So you can see, here's my big corners. Right here. But now I have these little baby corners. I don't want to cut off too much. Just a little baby corner. Boop. 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 Boop, 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 boop. And now I have a circle. And then if you have any other little like weird lumps or bumps, you just cut them off. If anything looks a little wonky, just cut it off. But I have 3 circles now. 3 circles. I'm going to keep going. Maybe this one I'll do the curved lines. I'm going to start on this side. My thumb is always on top, and it makes my scissors go up and down. This hand turns my paper. So let's turn our paper to curve off that corner. Look at how little paper I'm cutting off. Just the tiniest little corner, right? Curve that corner. Curve that corner. Curve that corner. 4 corners. And now I have a round circle. And I think there's a little lump bump. I'm just going to cut it off. Boop. Right? I'm getting so awesome at cutting my circles. Okay, I'm going to do this one with my curved corners. Curved corner. Curved corner. curved corner, curved corner. And there's a circle. Let's do one with the straight lines. Straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line, and I have my stop sign. Now I just need to do those little itty baby corners. I'm gonna cut off the tiniest bit just for those little baby corners. Such a small amount of paper I'm cutting off. You can see the whole time it's this hand that's moving my paper, watch. It gets pretty tricky if you're trying to move your hand around with your scissors to cut where you need to cut, right? So use this hand to move your paper. Use this hand to go up and down with your scissors. Boop, boop. And now I have another circle. Oh my goodness. So now, once you have some circles cut out, you can start to glue them down. So we're gonna open our glue bottle, twist and pull on the orange part, right? And then let's listen. Is he talking? Oh, he's got a little bit of dried glue on top. Remember, if there's a little bit of dried glue, that does keep it from talking. Let's listen now. He's talking. Okay, we're gonna do dot, dot, not a lot, a little tiny dot. And since this is kind of a big circle, we need a few dots. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm gonna stick it on my paper. I'm gonna glue down all those circles that I just cut out. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiny dots. Stick that on my paper. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiny dots. Stick that on my paper. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiny dots. Stick that on my paper. Now, maybe I'll have this one overlap my red circle. Overlap, if you remember, it means one shape goes on top of another shape. So you can see it's overlapping my red circle just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep cutting circles and gluing them on my paper until I feel like my paper is filled up. So let's cut some more circles. Maybe this one I'll do with the curved lines. Okay, I think I need 2 more circles, so we're gonna do this together. We'll do this one with the curved line. We start over here. This hand is gonna move my paper. This hand is gonna move my scissors. Curved line. Curved line. Curved line. Curved line. And how many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this one we're going to do with our straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were our big corners. Now let's do our little corners. Beep, boop, 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 boop. I have a couple weird little lump bumps over there, so I cut them up. All right, my friends. Now how many dots of glue? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to stick it on. Now, I'm filling up my space with circles. I think I've done a really good job of filling up my whole paper and overlapping my circles. Make sure you fill your paper up before you decide that you are all done. You get to pick. Are you going to use the curved lines to cut your circles? Or are you going to use the straight lines to cut your circles? You pick, my friends. All right. I can't wait to see your circles. We're going to practice these together. I'm so excited. Let's get started.